Hey, I am Donna Lucas. I am the owner of Absolute Pilates Harrisburg, and these videos were created for the beginner in mind. They're just short videos, and we are going to take our feet nice and wide, and we're just going to take a deep breath. Okay, that's all we're doing in the beginning is a breath through the nose and then out through the mouth. So it's a big breath in. You're taking the breath all the way down from the bottom by your pelvic floor all the way through to the very top of your head. So it's an inhale. And then it's an exhale through your mouth. And you can think of it as like almost like going down a slide. So you're inhaling. And then, or you could do a breath where you're blowing out a candle. So it's an inhale to the top and then all the way out. So one more time, inhale through the nose, all the way to the top, and then exhale through the mouth. Forward folds, we're just going to take those arms overhead and just fold yourself over. If your flexibility is not such that you can touch the floor, just soften your knees, okay? And then we're just going to do a little side to side motion. My toes are pointing forward, maybe a little bit of turn out if you need to. And you're going to take your hands with you, so side to side. I have a fairly flat back and my gaze is going to be out in front, so I'm not looking straight down. Wherever your gaze goes, that's where your back and your neck will follow. So we want to make sure we have a neutral neck and we're looking straight out. So just one more on either side. And then you can just breathe normal here. And then you're just going to sit here, but you're going to tip back so your chest is up, your butt is out, and you're going to go into some pulses here. So you can go into prayer position, so you start to get the arms warmed up as well. So you're going to press those hands together. You're pushing your hips backwards. Knees follow toes, so if you can't keep that angle, walk those toes in just a little bit and make sure the knees are following those toes. So just pushing out, 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 and we're going to do 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to curl and roll yourself, stack that spine all the way up. And then you're going to take your hands to your low back here, and then pulling through your abs, your ribs, you're just going to arch backwards, your chin is towards the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed down your back. And then again, you're just going to forward fold, bringing those hands all the way down to your mat. Hold it here. Just nod your head, yes. A couple times, and then side to side for a big no. And then from here, I want you just to step one foot back, the other foot is forward, and then you're going to bring your knee down. If your knees don't like to be down, you can have a slight lift, but it's going to be a different stretch, okay? So we're going to extend that leg out, toes are pointed, pulled towards you, flexed, and you're just going to push your hips back for a little hamstring stretch. And you can also bring that foot down and then back up, just stretching out throughout the shin. And then you're just going to slide that foot back, switch it out for the other one. So you start with a little bit of a bent knee, and then you're going to extend it out. And again, same thing, push your hips back, point, and then flex, pulling it towards you. All right, and then you're going to bring that foot back behind you. We're going to do a little cat-cow. So your hands can be flat, or you can kind of spider them out a little bit. You're going to go ahead and tuck your chin towards your throat, round that back, tuck your tailbone underneath, and then you're going to take that big breath in. I'm separating my knees a little bit, and then I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to stick my rear end out, lift my chest up, my gaze comes out, and I'm pulling through the ribs on this one. So I'm not letting my back fall. I'm pulling it underneath using my abdominals, and then I'm going to go back, tuck under, round that back, and then one more time, just flatten out into this cow portion, the stretch, stick your rear end out. You can draw those shoulders away from your ears a little bit, and then you're going to come all the way back around, and you're going to go into a bit of a butterfly or froggy position. So push the bottoms of your feet together, and then you can either use your elbows or just sit up nice and tall and just let those legs kind of stretch out here, inner thighs. And then from here, what I want you to do is just bend one leg so it looks like an upside down V here. And you want to just bring your arms over to one side. You can slide them out a little bit if you want to, so you get a nice stretch through your lats. But the main purpose of this is to get your hips to open up, so you're going to flip it, and then same thing, reach that arm over. So you don't want your shoulder coming with you, you want the shoulder back. Then your hands are on either side, and you flip. And just keep going back and forth for about 4 on each side. So just back and forth, nothing fancy about these. And then you're gonna finish up with this last one. And then you're gonna bring those feet in towards you. Give yourself a little hug here. So you're leaning back from here. All right, we are back for some basic arms. There are no props, no bands, no nothing, just our body weight. So for this one, we're gonna take a wide stance. You can do these seated. You just need to have some room to move your arms, or I'm gonna be showing you standing up, all right? So just a quick warm up here. I want you just to do a forward fold. And again, bend your knees if you need to. You're just coming forward, and then just a little side to side here. Nothing fancy, just warming up just a couple bigger muscles here. And then when you're done with one more on either side, you're just gonna tuck your chin and roll yourself up. I want you to cross your right arm. So I have my right arm across my left. If your hands are long enough to grab a hold of each other, go ahead and grab them. If not, just kind of push them against each other. And I want you to draw your shoulders down from your ears. So you're just relaxing the shoulders down. You can step your feet together, make yourself comfortable. And all I'm doing is pulling the shoulder blades down my back. Now, I'm gonna take my left ear to my left shoulder, but don't pull the shoulder up to meet the ear. The ear comes to the shoulder, and then switch it out, right ear, right shoulder. I'm back to the center, relax those shoulders on your back, and you're just gonna do a little lift with your elbows. Just a little lift at the elbows, don't hunch the shoulders up. So you're not lifting from your ribs, you're lifting from your elbows, and then just hold that. Then you're gonna release, switch out your hands, we're back to the beginning. So I have my other hand on the top, draw your shoulders down your back. You're gonna take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then remember, you're always working in opposition. So if I have my right ear to my right shoulder, I have my left shoulder pulled down as well. And then pick that head up and then switch it out. You'll notice which side is tighter right away. And then we're back to the center. I'm just turning so you can see. And I'm just gonna lift my elbows up without hunching those shoulders up. Just lift the elbows up. So what this does is it opens you up throughout the back of your shoulders, okay? Now, each set is gonna be 30 seconds, okay? You can add weights, but I'm not doing them with weights today. So our arms are out to the side, fingers are long, and we're starting. So they're little circles. Okay, it doesn't look like much, does it? But just stick with it. Now, what I tend to do when I do these is move around a lot. I'm not gonna be moving around in this, but I might sway side to side a little bit, okay? So we're just flexing through those fingers. I'm reaching out from my armpits, energy's going through my fingertips, and I just have these little tiny circles. Good, your belly is still in, you're still tall through the top of the head, so you're working on your posture the whole time, getting ready to switch, and switch the other direction. I've done these with 2 pounds, and after about 2 minutes, you're like, these feel like about 5 pounds. So remember on these, I'm going to turn a little back pockets, or sometimes I'll tell my clients to think about your shoulder blades like ice cubes. You're still going here. Okay, we have about 3 seconds left. Good, and then we're gonna go into goalpost arms, and we're rotating down and up, down and up. So what we're trying not to do is lowering the arms. We're trying to keep them parallel to the floor and just rotating down and up. So the cap of your shoulders on here. Belly is in, you're tall through the top of the head. Remember where your gaze goes, so does your back and neck. Let's pretend I'm looking down. You can see what happens. So we want to be tall through the top of the head. Coming down to the last 3 seconds, thank goodness. And then last one. And then we're gonna take ourselves into the same basic position. We were in that goalpost arms, but this time we're gonna go out to the side. So you're swinging out to the sides. Your shoulder blades are still down your back. And I'm gonna soften my stance here just a little bit. So soft knees on this one, pressing out to the sides. You should be feeling these about now. Okay, so this position that I'm in with my feet is more comfortable for me than standing up like this. You can do the other way. You can be straight up if you want to. And again, you should be feeling this in the caps of your shoulders. 2, 1, right to bicep curls. And again, for this one, we're gonna try to keep our arms up. We're not gonna dig them into our sides unless you absolutely have to, a little bit easier. We want them to be straight out in front, and we wanna make that muscle. When you make the muscle, come to about 3/4 of the way up. So just so your elbows don't start to come up like this. So make that muscle. Good, just bicep curls. Coming up already in those last couple seconds. We have triceps coming up. You're gonna turn, I'm going sideways, soften those knees, palms up, press them up. Now for this one, you want the longest arms ever. So you don't want these noodly arms, you want straight arms, push and push. So just fluttering these up towards the ceiling. My belly is in, my knees are soft, I'm looking straight out in front. Keep her going. You got it. You should be feeling these. I gotcha. All right, and then you're gonna bend and press. So the difference between the two moves is one with straight arms, now we're bending and pressing, and my palms are facing each other. Important that you're not moving through the shoulder joint. This is a single joint move at the elbows. What I see a lot is this. The elbows and the shoulders are moving at the same time, just the elbows. Tighten up, keep them close to your sides. And we're gonna do about 4 more. Good, sorry, 2 seconds, 1, and then you're coming all the way back up. Okay, now we're gonna just crisscross. And again, your stance could be narrow or it could be wide. You're just crisscrossing, but we're gonna start to work our way up, 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 and then down, 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 and down. 30 seconds, long arms, all the way up, 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 and if you hit that too quickly, then just work your way down, down, down. And if you want to switch halfway, you can have your palms up, getting ready to switch already, you guys. And then you're going to bring those arms for shoulder presses up. Okay, so up, down to a parallel position to your shoulders, and then right back up again. You can converge at the top. Yeah. And then you can pull it back down. You can also do a little bit of a squat and come down if you want. So your legs are working a little bit as well. But again, I want you to think about pushing a really heavy box up, 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 and then coming all the way back down. And that is some basic arms with no weights, no props.